I'm going to put the Holiday Hang-Ups cluster lights. I'm going to put one strand on this tree, and I am going to put another strand of the original cluster lights, the warm white ones, against this strand, and we're going to compare and contrast the two. This is the Holiday Hang-Ups version. These lights are going to come with this connector that you can detach, and if you are connecting these into another strand of lights, then you would detach this and connect this to the other strand of lights. But I'm gonna make this my plug into the outlet end of the light, so I'm gonna plug that in there, and then I'm going to plug that light in with this transformer. Then at the top of my lights, I will have another connector, and it will have a cover, and if I connect another strand, this is where I will do it. You can connect 3 of the cluster lights together. 3 of the cluster lights together, 2 of the snake lights together. But this is where you would connect them. If this is the end of your connection of lights, then you'll just put this cover on there and not connect. But just connect 3 of the Holiday Hang-Ups cluster lights together. So you can see these lights are on a green wire. We've got 1,500 lights on this strand of lights, and they're gonna come bunched like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to undo them before I start putting them on the tree. There's gonna be a twist tie in here, I'm thinking, and I will undo that, and I will kind of drape them on the floor before I start trying to put them in the tree, and that will help stretch them out and keep them from getting tangles while you're putting them in the tree. And these lights are very sturdy, so you can toss them on the floor, no problem. Even step on them and it's not gonna hurt them at all. So just undo your lights before you toss them on the tree. Got my end sticking out here. Okay, actually there was no twist tie to worry about. Okay, when I install hang, string, run cluster lights, I'm gonna do them the same way that I do snake lights, and that's from top to bottom in a zigzag pattern. So I'm gonna start with the end, since I'm just doing the one strand for now, since we're gonna compare to the other. I'm just gonna cover this up. I am gonna put these closer to these specialty lights over here on my tree, and I'm gonna go right in this vicinity. So before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. I just think it's more fun to hang lights that are plugged in. They are prettier. So here is my lead wire, and this is designed to get your lights from the outlet to the tree, so you don't have lights where you don't want lights. So I'm gonna plug this in, and then I'm gonna bring it out to here on the front of the tree. All right, here we are. Here's the color, the light color and the wire color. You can see the wire color obviously is green. It's not a black or a really dark green. It's a tree green. And then the lights are a warm white, and we're gonna get a closer look at the color of the light shortly, and then we're also gonna go over the settings and the twinkle setting. So let me put these on the tree. There's a look so far. That's the top. This is a 50-foot strand, so, and a 10-foot tree. can see how much coverage you're going to get from one strand. That is the Holiday Hang-Ups 50-foot snake light, and now I'm going to put the original right next to it so we can compare and contrast, and then we'll go over settings. All right, I'm going to put on the original warm white lights on this tree. These are the 50-foot clusters by Raz that I've been using for years, and they're pretty similar, okay? So we've got like basically the same color of wire. You've got that green tree color. And the difference here is their controller is built into the wire, and the Holiday Hang-Ups is built into the transformer or the plug that plugs into the wall or the outlet. And so you have this in the middle, and on the Holiday Hang-Ups lights you do not. The connectors are very similar. In fact, they look exactly alike. They're probably the exact same connector. I would not connect Holiday Hang-Ups and Raz lights together. I haven't tested that, but I would advise against it. You can connect up to 3 of the Holiday Hang-Ups cluster lights together, and you can also connect up to 3 of the Raz lights together. So just be sure that you're connecting within the same brand or family. All right, I'm gonna put these. This is also a 50-foot cluster light, just like the Holiday Hang-Ups, also a 50-foot cluster light, and it has 1,500 lights, just like the Holiday Hang-Ups lights. I'm gonna put them on there, and then we're gonna look at the differences in colors and features. All right, I'm gonna put these lights right next to the others. They are. All right, the original ones are the ones that are moving. The Holiday Hang-Ups are still. So let's go over the different settings of each, and I'll give you a closer look at the colors. Okay, can you tell the difference in the color? It is really difficult. It is hard to tell. So this is the Holiday Hang-Ups. This is the Raz. It's almost impossible to tell. Now, I was able to tell a bigger difference when I had them on a green tree. And what I thought the difference was that the Holiday Hang-Ups lights have a dim feature. You can turn them down and up. And I thought that the dim, when you dimmed the Holiday Hang-Ups, they matched the Raz lights a little better. I'm trying to dim them now. I don't know if there goes a dim. Now you can tell the Holiday Hang-Ups lights are dimmer. There's another dim. Okay, that's the bottom of the dimming. All right, that's the top, the brightness. I mean, I can't really tell a difference right now. All right, I have unplugged the specialty lights on the side so that we can concentrate more on the settings of the different cluster lights. So on the Holiday Hang-Ups lights, they have 7 modes. The Raz lights have 8 modes. And the reason that the Holiday Hang-Ups lights have 7 instead of 8 is because I had one removed because I could not take the flashing setting, so it's gone. The Raz light still has that flashing setting, so they have 8 settings, but that is a setting that I couldn't live with, so I only have 7. And number 1 is combination, and it runs through all the settings in combination. So I'm going to skip that one, and we're going to start on number 2, which is in waves. Okay, if you can see, the holiday hangups ones are doing in waves. The number 3 is sequential. All right, that is the sequential setting, number 3 on the holiday hangups. Then we have number 4, which is a medium twinkle. Okay, that's a medium twinkle, number 4. Now, number 5. Number 5 is a slow twinkle. I worked on this setting to make sure that I had a slow twinkle setting. The original holiday hangups lights that I had out in 2023, this includes the ice white lights, they did not have this setting. This is something that I have worked on for 2024, and it is a slow twinkle. So it just is a little subtle movement. It's not too fast. That's why I called it slow. A lot of the lights you find that twinkle are a fast, kind of flashy twinkle. And I wanted to slow that down quite a bit. So this is my holiday hangups slow twinkle setting. And I can't wait to put that all lights on a tree and show you the whole tree twinkling. But that is the slow twinkle. And that is number 5. Now, number 6 is slow fade. Slow fade, you can probably guess what that does. Goes down and then it comes back up. And then 7 is steady on, which is where they will live in my house. They will be on steady on. I don't really play around with a lot of settings. I will probably put some slow twinkle on, but I just don't like the flashing. So again, that's why I had it taken off. So these are the settings for the holiday hangups. And now let's do the, let's put these on. I have a remote. And let's do the Raz ones. On the Raz lights, I also have a remote. And you have to line this up with the little controller that's in the middle of the lead wire. So number 1, again, is a combo setting. And that's probably what it's on. It's running through all the settings. So they also have a setting called medium twinkle. It's number 2. That's medium twinkle. And when I'm done running through these settings, we'll come back and we'll pair them twinkle to twinkle. Okay, number 3 is sequential. Okay, sequential. Number 4 is slow twinkle. Okay, here is their slow twinkle. And again, we'll come back and we'll compare. Slow twinkle, and then they have chasing flash. Okay, chasing flash. That's the one I had taken off. But they have that on number 5. Number 6, they have slow fade. Again, you can probably guess, slow fade, down and then back. And then number 7, I also call a twinkle flash. This is a twinkle flash. That's a number 7. Okay, and then number 8 is steady on. Okay, all good settings. Some are my favorite and some are not. All good settings, and then the steady on is my jam. But let's compare the twinkles. So let's see, Raz has this medium twinkle. They call medium twinkle number 2. So that's medium twinkle over here. And medium twinkle over here is number 4. All right, they're real similar, but those are the medium twinkles. Again, Holiday Hang-Ups over here, Raz over here. Okay, let's do the slow twinkle comparison. We're gonna go number 5 over here. And number 4 over here. Okay. Again, very similar on the slow twinkle. Either one, I think, will give you a good slow twinkle. I feel like this one might be a hair faster, but not a lot. Let's take a closer look. Okay, it's probably hard to video, so you might not be seeing this exactly. But again, this is Raz Holiday Hang-Ups, both on slow twinkle. I think they're both lovely. And you can see how similar the colors are. So if you're wondering, which one to buy, this is my advice. I would say if you have already bought Raz and you already have a collection building of Raz, stick with them. And that's why I have them, is because I've been selling them and I want you to be able to add to your collection. So you want to stay, because you cannot connect them, or I wouldn't connect them with another brand. You want to stay in the brand that you started with. If you are just finding me and you are starting to build your collection, I encourage you to go with the Holiday Hang-Ups lights, because I will be coming out with more lights and being able to connect them together. They're great quality lights, and I'm excited to keep going with the lights. And so I want you to be able to connect in the Holiday Hang-Ups brand. So that's my advice. If you've already started with Raz, go continue. If you're new, come to the Holiday Hang-Ups side. All right, I'm gonna leave these on here, and then in the evening when it becomes nighttime, sometimes you can tell a bigger difference at night in the colors of the lights. So I'll come back and we'll look at the cluster lights at night. This is the Holiday Hang-Ups and the Raz Holiday Hang-Ups Raz. Can you tell a difference? They are both on their slow twinkle settings. I my naked eye is having a hard time telling. The video might show a slight difference in color, but I am having a really hard time. If I had to say, I feel like the Raz has a touch of red in the light, and so they just look a little more pink, and the Holiday Hang-Ups look a little more yellow. But again, I can't really tell that. So that's really, they're really pretty much the same. So anyway, that's what the lights look like at night. And let me know if you have any questions.